am doing my morning walk and sharing my morning musings from Mount Shasta this morning. And let me just show you, give you a little view of Shasta today. Can you see her there? She's got some mad clouds for me. I love these crazy clouds. I've been followed by them previously. UFOs blatantly disguising themselves in these clouds. I was once here, and this cloud, the whole sky was clear apart from this one cloud, cigar-shaped cloud, and it was kind of like every time I looked up it was there. And I went to the city park, I went to the headwaters, I went to the other side of town, and it was just always there, just kind of gliding along, and it seemed to just stop moving every time I looked at it. It's crazy. I even took photos of it. I'm gonna have to try and find them somewhere. And it's funny, it's almost like they know what they're doing, or they don't realise they're being seen, or they're just playing. I can never work it out sometimes. And but I guess that's the thing, it's never quite certain, and that's the way they love to play with us. Never quite get that tangible evidence. Even though there's so much tangible evidence, it's never so clear enough for us to totally believe in, because we're still in that transition phase. Yet there's so much magic once we open up to even the possibility of seeing them in that way. And one thing we've noticed here in this journey is that how much magic is opening up, and it's taken us a while. You know, we've had to do a lot of purging, shedding, really deep levels to start to experience this. And we're starting to get this synchronicity of people offering us things. And I got a book yesterday. We've got this suffering workshop right this weekend, and a friend in town gave me a book called, I'll post a picture of it randomly. She gave me a book called Job and the Meaning of Suffering. Said, here, I think you might want to read this. It's just incredible, the synchronicity. And I thought, wow, I haven't even looked at it yet, so I'm not sure what it's about. I just saw the title and said, yes, give me. So I'm going to have a look at it. And we've come to a point in our journey, because our whole journey has been about, okay, we don't know where we're going to be next week. We don't know how we're going to get there. And at the beginning it was a bit stressful. You know, we came from London, we had a lot of that kind of security energy. We needed to know, just for our own peace of mind, where we were going to be. Now we've got to the point finally where we're kind of surrendering and saying, okay, we don't know where we're going to be this Friday, but actually we really trust. We just know that we've always been looked after. Every time we get to that point, Spirit has looked after us. And this is the thing, we always get looked after. It may not be in the exact way or the exact time or the exact method that we are expecting, but we always are looked after. And this is such a simple truth, yet we need to experience it. You know, we need to really feel it. And this is the thing with faith and trust. It's something that can't really be explained. It's something that is learned through experience, and I feel that so many of us are learning this on deeper levels right now. And usually things like lack teach us this. You know, we tend to look at lack as such a negative thing, but it teaches us so much to find other resources and to trust. And this has been my greatest lesson in my life, is faith. And it isn't just faith in believing in something outside of me. It's also faith that something outside of me is looking after me. And this is one of the things that I wanted to speak about today. It's like, you know, in the West we often have this idea that we think of anything above us is disempowering. When I come here to the mountain, I see Shasta as bigger than me, greater than me. But this isn't disempowering for me. This is something that actually makes me feel more empowered, because I feel connected to all of to Shasta, to all life. And perhaps it's come from the dismantling of the guru energy that we have predominantly in the West, which I think is really important, because that's an abuse of power. And that's actually keeping many disempowered through that old energy of guru. Yet we have to be careful not to go to the other extreme and reject the process of learning, of surrendering to something greater. We often reward ourselves with the term master, or that we've given ourselves these titles of accomplishment. And really it's a lifelong thing, you know, this journey, and we forget this process of learning, of apprenticeship, which I love. You know, when we come into the East, we start seeing this, that there's a process of learning. What I find, the people who learn the most, who evolve the most, are the ones who can surrender to guides, surrender to learning from others as much as learning from within. There's a lot of teaching that says, yeah, everything is from within. That's true, but we're here living in a physical reality where we can interact with others. And on my journey, as much as I guide others, I'm also always seeking guidance from others. You know, there's so much guidance from those around us, could be anybody, if we're open to listen to that. And yeah, in a humble way, but more for me, it's more in a open way. If we can open our ears to listen, that everybody around is a guide. Might be your friend today talking to you, somebody that triggers you. It's all guidance. They're guiding something, awakening something from within. Everybody's walking us home. It might be this tree right here. Every being is guiding us if we can connect. This beautiful tree. I love these trees here. And there is so much on offer for us if we can surrender to being guided, first of all. And that allows us to expand and evolve as well. So for me, as we start to surrender to this higher power, we recognize that there is a higher power looking after us and holding us and nurturing us and supporting us. And when I've worked in this way, and I've gone to both extremes, you know, I've also rejected anything above me when I explored my empowerment, and it didn't work for me. And I've also gone into seeing everything as bigger than me, and that didn't work for me either. So it's like this balance. And when I feel something is greater than me and holding me, I can surrender and be taken care of. And that's the thing, we don't have to do everything on our own. You don't have to take the world on your shoulders. You don't have to heal everything on your own. There's so much support here and so much guidance on offer. So those are my morning musings here for Mount Shasta.